Oh, it's bad, alright. Oh, it's real bad out here. So, UEFA has decided to remove the away goals rule for some apparent reason. They thought the game was boring. They thought they needed to, it wasn't fair. But you know what? That's fine. You know what? I think this is a year of just do whatever you want to do, right? Just do whatever you want. You know, who cares what the fans think? Who cares? I bet if you ask any fan, the majority of them will be with me. They'll say, why are you getting rid of the rule? Now you're gonna go back to the away team going to visit the whoever. They're not going to attack. Now they're gonna defend for their life. You know, there's no incentive now. Before, that's why the rule was put in place to incentivize and promote something. Otherwise, you're just gonna see teams defending back. Not, oh, I don't want them to score on me. Hopefully, we'll see if the coaches will leverage this and do something with it. But I can assure you, it just looks bad. On top of that, they're going to expand the group stages. I mean, what is UEFA thinking here? What do they want? What do they want? What's next? They're gonna ban beers and chips and any fried food in the premises of the games. Now you can't curse at the games. You can't fall. Oh, look at that guy. He's such a fatty. Like you can't say any of that stuff anymore. What's next? I have to pay $100. Huh? Screw that. I don't want them to touch this. It's perfect the way it is. You're coming here for the better of the game, for what's best in interest of the game. No, you're doing this because probably some top tier side was complaining to you, Ceferin specifically, that this team shouldn't be able to beat us because technically they didn't beat us. They just tied in goals. Well, you know what? They took it to you, man. They took it to you. They scored 4 goals at your home, right? Now, let's go a little bit back in time and look at how the competition has evolved in regard to this, right? I don't want to go too way back, but what comes to mind as a Barcelona fan is the 2008-2009 semi-final against Chelsea, right? So in that game, Chelsea was winning 1-0. The home game, or the Barcelona game, was 0-0, and they went to Stamford Bridge. 1-0 very early on, and then Iniesta tied it 1-1, right? At that point in time, what had occurred? Abidal got a red card, so Barca were down to 10 men. Okay. Now, they went through on the away goal rule, right? If that rule was not in place, what would have happened in that game? I can tell you what would have happened in that game. Chelsea would have won that game. They would have won, and there would have been a repeat of the 2008 season finale of the Champions League. Would have been the same thing, right? 2009, Man United versus Chelsea. Okay. Destiny, I guess, right? Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit more, right? Again, Barcelona, Rome. Barcelona wins that Rome game, or the home game, 4-1, right? They go to Rome, to the Estadio Olimpico, and guess what happens? Rome wins 3-0. Technically, it's 4-4, right? But Rome scored that away goal, Barca didn't. Rome went to the semis. Is that fair or not? Doesn't matter. The point here is that that's the rules, man. Incentive to score, everything is there. Like, you're there to win these games, right? Man City versus Tottenham 2 years ago. I believe it was 2 years ago. What happened in that game? Well, the away game, Manchester City won 1-0. Could have been 2-0 if Aguero would have scored that penalty kick. He didn't. They went to Man City, to Etihad Stadium, and the final result was 4-3. Tottenham went through because he scored 4 goals at Man City, right? 4-4 total, global. Under today's rules, right, as of yesterday, which is when they put the new rule, they got rid of the old rule, the game would have kept going. Probably in that sense, Man City would have gone through. And I think in that same edition, didn't Tottenham in the semifinals against Ajax do the same thing? They tied, but they went through because of the away goal rules. Like, I get it. It's exciting. To me, it's exciting because otherwise some of these teams wouldn't even have a chance. But it's exciting, right? I mean, I understand, but I think that they may wanted to mess around with the formula and see what works, what doesn't work, test things out. But who is pushing these things through? You know, who's pushing this through? Without the away goal rule, most of these games would be pretty boring. It would go to penalties. Now, I hope that this isn't a result of what we saw against the Man United versus Villarreal game at Europa League final. I mean, it's a final, right? But maybe they were looking at the analytics and saw that, wow, The feedback that we're getting on the penalty section and the overtime section is pretty amazing. I mean, a lot of positive results here. You know what? I think we should get rid of the away goal rule. I don't know. I want to understand what's the thought process here. Who's asking for this? You know, I was reading a little bit on it. I know that Arsene Wenger was trying to get rid of it. Like, you gotta give props where it's due. If a smaller team, goes to your stadium and scores against you, even if it's 1-0, 4-1, whatever, it gives them hope. You know, small team versus big team. Like, there's something at risk there. It pushes a team to play offensive and defensively perfectly, right? Thinking back to the Super Depor, we're way back in, what was that, 2003-2004 season, I think it was. It was Milan versus Deportivo La Coruña. The Milan match was 4-1. They kicked Deport's ass. And then when they went back to the Deportivo La Coruña stadium, it was 4-0, right? If Milan would have scored one goal, they would have tied the game. But there's like a sense of urgency there, right? And by getting rid of that, you're going to get a huge part of the attractiveness of the competition. So, you know what? Why don't we just skip that, right? And, at this point, final should be decided on golden ball rule. Like, whoever scores a golden goal, that's it, wins it. I mean, isn't that how France won the Euros in 2000 against Italy, right? You just, change the whole thing. Who cares at this point? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I want to understand what's going on. Why do they want to nuke everything that we love? People are like, oh, we won against the Super League. No, but now you're going to get effed up the A via UEFA. There's no good guys here. The only good guys here is the guys that go to the stadiums, they cheer on their team, and they make you have a good time. Those are the guys, a little bit drunk, singing their beautiful songs about how the guys across the stadium are fat and ugly, and everyone's having a good laugh, and a little bit of banter, everyone's clapping. That's what makes the game fun. But what was this, like some sort of analytics thing? They brought in some guy with the computer, like, okay, Jeff, tell us what you think about it. Oh, according to my numbers, sure, the fans, they don't like 90-minute games, they want 45-minute games, and you want to get rid of the offside rule, and you know what, no more goalies. Like, what? Who cares? Like, this is the sport. Respect it. Respect the sport. Don't change it. Leave it as it is. I haven't heard anyone, saying, hey, we want to change the away goal rules. No one's been saying that. Everyone's been like, hell yeah, man. This is exciting. Ooh, big top teams down 2 goals. Now that they score 3 goals. Like, come on, it's what the game's about. It gives a little much more edge to it. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not consistent. Maybe I'll change my opinion. Maybe we'll get some amazing games. Maybe. But, I mean, if I knew what the future would hold, I would be a lottery winner, right? I would win the lottery every week, but I don't. So, we'll see. Maybe the feedback will be so bad that they'll be like, hey, you know what? Our bad. Well, we're going to unnuke ourselves. Yes. We'll take a step back. We'll bring in the away goal rule. Or maybe it's going to be a hit. Who knows? I'm tired. I'm tired, Robbie. I'm tired. I'm really tired of all of this. I just want to sit back and watch the Champions League final. Alright, guys. Well, have a good one. Take care. And we'll keep in touch.